The BMW iX. I've been waiting to give this one a try. I mean, this has been a whole new thing for BMW, an all new electric ground up car for the family, like a luxury SUV, a sign of things to come. This is going to be a very short drive, so I won't have time to go through the full features because this thing is packed full of features and everything, but we're at an event today and so we're having quick drives in the car, so I'll just give you a little bit. I will have a look around the car. This is a BMW i20 iX xDrive50 M Sport. This retails total for just over £99,000, so that's a fair heft of money for a family electric car. But anyway, it's a heck of a car. I'll put all the rest of the spec up on the screen. It's got 523 horsepower. The electric range in the city is said to be 681 kilometers. I'll put the conversion on screen, and the electric range normal is said to be 597 kilometers. So again, I'll put that on screen. Let's have a quick look at it and then we'll take it for a drive. So it's got those distinctive elongated massive kidney grills, but obviously they're blanked out. They're more just graphics on this one, really. I mean, they're not even grills, really. This is just purely a graphic display here. It's just basically patterns, and there's some lines and stuff there, but obviously it has a glowing thing as well, doesn't it, that comes on at night. And there's blue lines inside the headlights, so that's quite interesting. It has a very distinctive, quite a bluff front end. You can see another one just pulling up there. Interesting architecture around the wheel arches, but quite a slab-sided side, but a huge presence. Look at these. These are interesting. The buttons, if you open them, there's just a button under there that actually you press, and then that actually opens it. And then the window drops automatically. Frameless doors. Same with the some of the other electric cars. They're going for frameless doors now. I don't know if that opens. Yes, it does. And that's where you got the charger. iX on this little C-pillar here. I suppose, is that a version of a Hofmeister kink there? You tell me, let me know what you think. Back of the car here, equally distinctive with very slim rear lights on it as well. So let's just do that. There you go. Let's see what the rear passenger, the cargo space is like. And the cargo space is quite generous. So you get over the lip and there's a flat floor here. Under the floor, there's actually quite a deep cavity. Quite a deep bin there, which in this case is packed full of cables. But yeah, and a little bit more space there, so you couldn't hide some things in there as well. But otherwise, you've got split folding seat and all the usual things. You've got buttons back here. I assume that they are to drop the seats, and you've got tie straps and things like that too. So let's see what the rear passenger space is like. We're getting into this car now. I have not gotten into the front of this car yet. Yeah, so I don't know if that front seat is set for me or not, but it looks like it's pretty spacious regardless. The seats look like they're quite far back compared to that seat. This one looks like it's further back anyway. Massive headroom, loads of headroom, and then a massive roof there. I don't know if you can make that out. And it's opaque, so I wonder if that sort of electric thing can actually change that. It's opaque at the moment. Loads of room here, loads of room there, plenty of knee room, wiggle room for my feet, no problem at all, no problem with the shin, no problem with the knees. Down here we've got AC, full AC control with a digital display, heated seats as well, I reckon. There are USB-C ports, 2 of them, in each of the seat backs. Very interesting back here. I like the design, I like the way it's done. It's got this sort of triangular theme. See this pyramid shape for the Bauer & Wilkins speaker and this, the triangular theme, the cuts and everything that are in here, including with the rest of the design. I saw a geometric shape thing going on here, and it's very, very nice actually, I quite like it. But yeah, it's a very spacious and quite an airy environment back here. You will not get feelings of claustrophobia despite the fact of this high back on these front seats. So yeah, quite an achievement there. Window goes down. Check this out. Look at that, and look at what it's doing. The crystal effect, it literally is crystalline, and it is refracting the light and causing these weird kind of patterns to emerge just around that outline. This is actually the seat controller. That's also crystal. That is absolutely crazy. I like that. That is bonkers, but in a very good way. And the crystal thing, obviously you can see on the other door, but it continues here as well. So in this kind of wood center panel, this volume control is crystal, and the iDrive button now, yeah, it's the iDrive on this massive one-piece screen here that you can see. Go on there like that. So that's also iDrive. So did it just start up? I don't know if it started up or Did I start it up? Oh, now it started up. Wow. So I press the crystal start. Everything is crystal here, including the gear selector. And then it starts up, and then it's got massage. I'll have massage, please. It's been a long day already. I've been driving quite a few cars. And so what do I have to do to start it? Oh yeah, it's going 20 minutes. Oh, that should cover it. Look at the steering. Look at this, flat bottom and flat top. Really interesting. And you got drive mode, start, stop, my modes. So how do you press these? Oh wow, that is a button. How is that even a button? That looks like a one-piece wooden panel, but that's like, these are actually buttons here. There's a symbol for home, and wow, how is that even, how? What is that? What is that? I mean, this is, oh, what a thing. Wow, so this is an extraordinary thing. I mean, BMW, and down here you've got a compartment, more USB-Cs, cup holders, and here you've got more compartments. Okay, this is really cool. Let's take it for a drive. Up here, it's kind of a crystalline effect as well, but extraordinary thing, really. And I think I'm comfortable in here. I could go down a little bit. I could actually move forward a bit. So actually I moved forward a little bit. So actually would have been even more room in the back. So pull this crystal lever down to D. I think that's in drive. Yeah, it's in drive now. Does this come out? Yeah, it does come out a bit further. And we can now move off. And here we go. So we are now moving in this thing. Oh, the massage seats are working. If nothing else, to drive this car today, I'm getting a bit of a massage. That's good enough, right? If nothing else, that's at least that's something. I could do with a bit of climate control. Can I figure that out? Climate menu. Oh my goodness, there's just so much here. How do I just, okay, let's just do the temperature. It's already on low. Okay, so hopefully it'll sort itself out then. Okay, let's just focus on driving this. What mode am I in? I think I'm in, it's in personal mode at the moment, whatever that is. Personal mode active. Okay, well I don't know what that is, but when we get up into the hill circuit area, I will put it up into sports mode, and then we'll see how it performs, considering that this is a big thing. This is pretty much a futuristic, this is the future of luxury SUVs. This is how they are, this is how they are now, and this is how they're going to be. But it is a fascinating insight into the design, the technology, the layout, the interpretation of luxury SUVs going forward. This is what it's all about. So okay, once we get into that, I'm going to put it into sports mode, and then we'll see how it does. Really, this is not how you would be driving this car. Obviously, this is not. I mean, the seats. I mean, even though they look like they're Balti seats in sports mode. Oh, look, you picked up straight away. Even though they look like they're Balti seats, but they are not exactly holding me in. They're actually quite. They're definitely more about comfort. No question about that. But boy, has it picked up speed very quickly already. Very smooth actually, so it wins out compared to some of the other electric cars in that it's able to not have that well, it doesn't have that sense of rigidity, that harshness of some of these other, even the Mercedes EQS that I tried earlier. This one actually feels much softer, more well damped, more supple. Just go over these hard bits here. Oh no, man, yeah, you just hear them, you don't feel them. Oh wow, the ride is amazing on this. And yeah, okay, it's a little, we are sitting high and we are maybe roly-poly a little bit, but you know, considering what it is, although I mean, having said that, I mean, I'm not being thrown around too much. Oh, brakes need a bit of work, so it's got that bit, the sort of, I have the same sense that you get when you drive a big truck or something like that, and suddenly you find that, okay, the brakes you need to be a little bit more, oh my goodness, okay, yeah, this is, oh, the volume has come on somehow, let's get rid of that. But this is, yeah, when you start checking it around, is when you oh my lord, I mean, it will do it, but, whoa, it's a bus. It's, now you start to get the sensation that, yeah, this is, oh gosh, but, oh, interesting, it's actually throttle sensitive. to its pitch and its angle in the corner, it will respond to the throttle. And the steering is weird. This kind of, rectangular steering. But just, and then you got door cornering on the door handles, pitching onto its side. Rolling, it is rolling around a bit. I am in sports mode, so I'm assuming that it selected the sport suspension, if there is a form of sport suspension. So it's definitely compromised more towards comfort. There is no question, even in this setting. I mean, you're still not getting any harshness or anything like that from the surface, but I am getting thrown around. I'm getting moved around quite a bit in this car. But the massage seats are still working. I'm still getting a massage whilst I'm working hard. So that's all good. But so far so good. I'll tell you what, very quiet, very refined. The steering is nicely weighted, no feel of course, nothing like that, but quite accurate and responsive. So it's how you'd want it to be. But again, okay, so it's the traction control. It cuts in and it just kills the power there. Here we go, going into this corner. And we're gonna go, oh boy, that's a lot. You can feel your internal organs moving up and down there, because this is a big old beast to be, chucking over a crest, that's for sure. But it accelerates though, that's for sure. I think the sports aspect of the sportiness, the sports mode of this is about, it's like that. It's like as soon as you hit the accelerator, you're like, whoa, what happened? That's what it does. That's what it's about. So quite crazy, really. What do I make of this thing? I think it's an amazing car. It's not as sporty as you may have been thinking. It's not that thing. It's not meant to be that thing. But that's not to say that it's a slouch. That's not to say that it's short of performance. It certainly is not. But it's not a car that you want to be checking around. But it is a car that you can cruise long distances in comfort and at considerable speed. So yeah, amazing. It'd be interesting this is the sort of car that actually would be interesting to try over a period of days and some time to get a real feel for it. Anyway, let me know what you think of the BMW iX. Is it a car that you would consider having if you were looking for a new electric car for the family and you had something like 100 grand to spend? Catch you in the next one.
A big shout out and thanks to Jay Williams over at AirTechnic, who are top tier sponsors of Brown Car Guy. Check them out at AirTechnic Co UK for exhausts, brakes, suspension and body kits. Plus our other major sponsor, Nayagen Solutions. Much appreciation also to tier 4 sponsors, Muhammad Ali Humaid, Tom Conway Gordon and Reza Adil. And of course all these other guys who supporting on Patreon. Brown Car Guy is eternally grateful. Hey, think about joining them over at patreon.com Brown Car Guy. If you can't, don't worry. Just make sure you're subscribing to the YouTube channel and website. Plus follow on social media by searching for Brown Car Guy.